When your old career gives you lemons, throw in some ice, mix in some vodka, and call it a podcast. From the Mac of All Trades studio in Fairport and driven by Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's Billified, the Bill Moran Podcast.
Thanks for getting your pot on. Thank you for telling a friend. That's how we spread the word about the pirate ship. Danny's in here after a bit of a stressful week.
I've missed you people. You missed me too?
Yeah. I'm all stressed out. I don't know what I did to my nose.
It's about that time of year where something appears on your face, isn't it?
I don't know. Is it?
Well, did you have what was the lip thing?
What was the lip?
Didn't we interview your lip? He gave us the weather. It was like, it's 4 degrees outside. Kind of like about now.
What was the lip?
Yeah, you cut yourself shaving in the shower or something.
Yes.
And then it became a thing. It had its own moon.
Yes. That and
Kevin was breaking your stones about that.
Yeah. It looked like a herpes sore.
Yeah,
but it wasn't.
Now you look like Rudolph, man, a month late.
I don't know what I did, and then of course I had to mess with it, which only made it worse. Right? So yeah.
Yeah, that's all. That always happens. Try Neosporin.
There's something that I just go, fuck it.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a zit on my nose too last week.
Just go. I don't understand. I don't know what's happening. I don't know. Yesterday was the coldest day. I don't remember schools being closed for cold.
Oh, I do.
Okay, good.
It only happened a couple times because they don't want the kids at the bus stop to freeze when there's a wind chill.
This is true, and the wind chill was awful.
So because my hometown was right off the lake. It was like the old Cleveland Browns stadium, the dog pound, the wind whipping in your face. They didn't want kids standing out in the bus, so they canceled it the night before. They're like, we don't care if it's snowing. It's going to be 0 degrees out. We're not sending you in. And we were the only. So if our school closed, I'm sure everybody says this story, but if our school closed, everybody in the county closed.
Yes.
We were the last to close because they needed that money.
Yeah,
even the superintendent wouldn't even drive. He's like, screw it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's probably fine, and the kids don't care. I actually was in subbing today, and I go, all right, who got up the latest? And I found a kid. He said he got up early to do his homework, and so he was up and then went to bed. I guess he got up at 3 to finish his homework or something. Then found out school was closed. Went to bed at 4:30. And didn't get out of his bed till 6:30 at night.
Wow.
It's like
14 hours. 14
All right.
hours.
There you go. That's how you do it.
Saved by the bell.
That's how you do it, Danny. But
when I worked at WHAM, I was in charge of when the schools called to cancel. They had a special code for each school. And that ice storm, dude, I was in that newsroom for 8 straight hours. Like the news director wouldn't let me leave. I had to go produce another show. He goes, no, you're not. You're staying right here. I'm like, well, it's not your job to tell me that. He's like, no, I need you, buddy. Buddy, seriously, I don't mean to be mean. I need you. I need you to answer that phone. Because, they would call in, and when Greece called, it was over. It was an avalanche of schools. Everybody canceled when Greece canceled.
Now when was this? The ice?
2003. April 3rd, 2003.
Okay.
Into April 4th. Syracuse was in the Final Four that weekend.
Yeah,
it was a big deal. And nobody could watch it from home because all the power was out. So everybody had to go out to the bars. So the bars made a killing that night. It was a Monday night. It was April. So the 3rd was a Thursday. The 4th was a Friday. So it had to be April 7th.
Blur. It's a blur to me.
And I remember that because it was my birthday weekend.
Oh.
I couldn't do anything. We were freaking frozen in. The ice storm.
Yeah, it's I don't know. The question is when it's cold like this, how do you stay motivated to keep doing? No, I know that.
I know exactly what you're going through.
Right. How do you stay motivated?
I did more working out this past week than I've done in a long time.
Yeah. Well, what is in terms of working out? Well, I know why. Are we allowed to say why?
No.
Okay.
No. No.
I know. That's why I asked. But you had time on your hands.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of time on
I
my
know.
hands.
So that's what I'm saying. So you did.
And I work. By the way, I was working
but
too.
But that's good use of time.
Yeah.
No, I know.
My jobs are all work from home jobs. Yeah. I have 4 jobs. 2 of them are working from home. And so I got my regular job. Then I write for the Times.
Yes.
Right. And so you don't want to just sit there and be lazy. So I'm like, okay, well, let's use all the Christmas gifts my wife got me to work out and utilize that. And man, like I really put it on.
Did you?
Yeah. Then I went in the sauna.
Okay.
My wife got me a sauna a couple years ago. And then I'm like, I'm going to be Mr. Tough Guy. I'm going to go outside.
Yes.
In the 4-degree weather with shorts, soaked with shorts and a T-shirt. And I went out there.
How long did it last?
For about 4.5 minutes.
4.5 minutes.
I walked out. So my apartment house, so the garbage is down like about 100 yards down. And then the mail's another 100 yards down. So I'm like, I'll get rid of the garbage, and I'll go get the mail.
Okay.
I only went to the garbage, and I turned back.
It was that cold?
Yeah, it was that cold.
But you were hot when you first entered it.
Yes.
So that
that's no big deal.
That gives you a little bit of time.
Walk a little further.
Well, about 30 seconds, I think. Maybe less.
But then you're like, no, I'm not walking. I'm not walking another 100 yards. I'm going back in the house.
I got to tell you, like, I love doing the cold shower in the morning. Mm-hmm. And I hate it. And there are times where
you only need it for like 3 minutes.
I have a Tabata go off. I'm only doing about a minute and a half right now. But I have a Tabata timer, so it'll count down for 20 seconds. And then all of a sudden you'll hear beep, 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 work. And sometimes I have to hesitate and go, I'll count another 10 Mississippi to myself, and then I'll dive in there. I try to stay a little longer. But
you could start with a warm shower and just end it cold.
Yeah, I can't do that because I won't go cold.
No?
No, because
I did a whole year of cold showers, and it did make a difference in my life.
It wakes me up, and it makes me feel like I've accomplished something.
I can see that.
You know what I mean? It gives you that. That's the thing. Like, after doing the pod with Legret, who is super competitive and wants to know.
Oh yeah, I got that impression from him.
Did you watch that,
dude? I thought he was going to take the Lakers job next. JJ Redick screws up. Kevin Legret's in there.
He is. Yeah, but everything I said was true. Like I went to Fisher. I got there the August after he had graduated in May, and I knew who he was, or I knew about him. I had heard.
Well, the McQuaid kids still talk about him to this day too.
No, I don't know.
He gave a great commercial for McQuaid and Fisher.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
McQuaid mostly.
Yeah, McQuade more so.
You want to learn how to write?
Yes. Well, that's true.
They'll teach you how to do it. The nuns will slap your wrists.
Nobody's slapping any wrists.
Do they have nuns there?
No.
I didn't think so.
No.
Are nuns even a thing anymore? That's another thing.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
I believe there are, but
okay.
I don't know. But I would say, like, the one thing in there is getting up and just doing it, because then all of a sudden when you're in the midst of it, you
feel good. Like, yeah, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
You're building momentum is what you're doing.
Yeah, and I think even like trying to take a little priority at the end of a day and go, what are the toughest things I'm going to have to do tomorrow, or what did I put off today that I should do, and that's hard, and do that first. And, it's nothing new for anybody, but it was interesting to me to just get those juices fired up again, because you could get complacent. You know what I mean? You could be. There's the winners that get up at 5:30 and they're going, and I'm trying to do that. And then there's people
as long as you get 8 hours of sleep, though.
Well,
you can't be getting up at 5:30 in the morning and like sleeping for 4 hours, because you'll take years off your life. There's a way.
I already did that.
I know, but you don't want to take off any. You could actually add years to your life too.
Yeah.
So the cold plunge that our friend from the golf course there. Your buddy. You did your wedding there. He sponsored your wedding. He was Merkley, right? So he does the cold plunge.
Oh yeah.
And his weight loss that's great, but I hear it ages you tremendously.
What does the cold plunge?
The cold plunge.
Get the hell out of here! Where are you hearing this from?
I've read it because I was researching doing it, because I considered doing it. Number one, it's a pain in the neck. This time of year you could do it.
We gotta find out.
This year you could. This time of year you could do it, but then in the winter months you have to, or in the summer months, in the spring, in the fall, you have to have ice on hand 24/7. You're making trips to Happy Ice. You're making trips to.
No, he's got a.
Yeah, but
he's got a tub that drops.
Yeah, that has the. Or you could go get a tub and fill it with ice, like from BJ's or whatever. But they say that the pros are like, man, you feel great. Yeah. You'll lose weight. Your blood pressure will drop. Yeah. The cons are if you have a heart condition, or you could cause problems. Well, or you'll age quickly. They say you will look 10 years older after about a year of cold plunge.
Shut up. 10 years old?
Yeah.
Who the flip is saying it? Now, here's the thing.
Listen, I'm hoping wrong, because I want to do it, but that's the thing that's holding me back.
Hang on. Listen to me.
That and my ticker.
Listen. Listen to me for a second. We need to find experts. I have a whole list going, and
of all the stupid stuff I say.
No.
I know Kevin's got a list.
No. Yeah, on the back of a sheet of lettuce. He'll never eat it. He's
TB 12 ounce.
No, what I'm saying is I'd love to get like somebody on who would agree with that. I need a cardiologist. I need people with because there was something else I wanted to find out about, and I don't have my notes in front of me, but that I want experts on to verify if this is real or not, or where are we at, or what are the pros and the cons of these things?
Right.
Because I think there's a lot of
good stuff that's coming out. Like,
yeah.
Okay, so Mel Gibson came out and said, I know guys who took these 3 medications that are totally legal and they've beaten cancer. So I've seen doctors come out and say, well, hang on a second.
Yeah.
So we really need, like, you have to really
do is give someone false hope.
Right.
Right. Maybe it'll work for you.
Right.
But maybe it wouldn't work for me.
Right. So that's the thing.
Right. So we gotta
you have to balance the doctors with the new information and wonder, okay, who's sponsoring the information? Where is it coming from?
Look,
Who
I'm
did
not
the study?
saying that Mel Gibson's going to lie to you.
No.
Maybe he does know guys like that. But my point would be,
I think he legitimately does.
But my point would be, as a doctor who takes, an ethical oath,
right,
to say, I think you have to come with hey man, hold it just a beat here, because that may work for some people. It may. I'm not going to deny that, but please don't say everybody, because it may not work for everybody. Right. And then what do we have?
Well, I have a doctor friend who told me, I go like, hey, I'm hearing about everybody taking testosterone. He goes, well, here's what he told me. He goes, listen,
don't do it.
He goes, in the 90s, estrogen was a big thing for women.
Yeah.
And they all ended up with, not all of them, but a lot of them ended up with endometrial cancers,
yes.
right?
Yep.
He goes, with testosterone, you'll feel great for about 5 to 10 years. You'll lose all your hair, and then one day of a heart attack, you'll drop dead.
I think that's fairly accurate. It's funny you say that, because I just I had a physical, and I asked on sort of a whim. And he goes, well, what, are you having problems down there? And I go, no, but I go,
can't get a boner, Bill?
Could always be better. A better boner.
You want 2 boners.
And no, so I just, and I said something. He goes, look, here's the thing. It can speed up things like prostate cancer.
Yeah.
It's not good for the body. Can you eat different foods? That'll help.
Yeah. Eggs.
Exercise.
Yes.
That will help.
Bench press.
Yeah. I mean, all these things will help you. And it is about living better, right? We're living longer. We're living better. The information's out there. You can experiment with yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Look,
Danny did.
So, I did. Look at me.
No, I don't.
By the way, my acupuncturist, who we're going to have on at some point, she goes, I don't know what you're taking, man, but you look great. Everything's checking out. Because where they put the needles, they can tell, like, how healthy you are.
Oh.
In your kidneys and your organs, all that stuff.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, yeah. She's, I could line up 100 people and tell them, when I put the needles in, what issues they may have. I can't tell them this legally or ethically. But I could say, hey, you may want to have your kidney looked at.
Really?
Hey, you may want to have your liver looked at.
Yeah.
I had a friend who had colon cancer. Her acupuncturist about 20 years ago said, hey, you may want to have a colonoscopy. And she goes, why? He goes, I can't tell you why. You just may want to have a colonoscopy, and found out she had colon cancer.
She beat it?
Yeah, she beat it.
Yeah.
Based on where he put the needle and the reaction on the skin.
Right. Well, see, here's the thing that I'm starting to think.
Okay.
I think that we look at some of this stuff as voodoo.
Right.
Or some Eastern medicines, Eastern
Snake
practices.
oil.
Yeah, but even things like, I'm not so sure these other healing methods that people have of energy healing and all aren't beneficial in some way.
Yeah. Frequencies and whatnot.
And I think that there's all these things that I think if you go to certain places, they hit you with certain frequencies now, like physical therapy and stuff. I don't know. Just keep your mind open. Here's the problem. Like,
do your homework.
If you did a Mel Gibson thing, go, well, I don't want to go through chemo or radiation or whatever. I want to be here for my family. I want to be as present as possible, and I don't want my body to diminish in any way. So I'm going to try this, and it doesn't work. And then you go to the man, and the man goes, "Oh, we're too late.
Yeah, we're too far gone."
You know what I mean? And that's
well, I know.
That's the thing. That
I know a woman whose mother did the same thing. I did all the research. I'm just going to do natural healing, and it didn't work. It didn't work.
Yeah,
after all the research.
Maybe sometimes a little bit of both can work.
Like my father had cancer.
Yeah.
He went to the oncologist, and then my older sister, who was an immunologist and studied cancer and immunology, microbiology, actually was like so frustrated with cancer therapy that she found an alternative medicine people to try to help him. We don't know if it will work because he wouldn't do it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
She tried. I mean, she spent hundreds of dollars on stuff. Nope.
Yeah.
No, Danny boy, you pull up the Bible. When it's time, it's time. Like, well, you could delay that,
Yeah, there's a lot of people who, I
don't believe that whole, hey, when your number's called, your number's called. I understand the concept of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that number is depending on how you treat yourself, how you take care of yourself.
It is interesting to think that, because there are many people that will even say that you and the benevolent ones have made a contract and there's an exit time. And I don't know exactly when it is, but there is a determined exit time. And some people can get within 2 years to say to you, your exit's sometime between 2025 and 2027. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I wouldn't want to know that myself, but that is sort of what, maybe you do want to know it. I don't know. Would it make you live better? We always say, live like you were dying. That goes for about a fucking week. And then everybody's back to being the same old shit and the same old grind and all that stuff. I don't know anybody who's actually flipped the switch and started living. Well, actually, you know what? Do you remember an intern we had, Valerie Del Vecchio, I think was her name?
Yeah, Clairvoyant Val.
Clairvoyant Val, that's right.
Remember she was psychic?
Yeah. That was the bit we did. But she... something had happened to her. Was she like in a bad car accident or something?
Yeah, she had a car accident long before she met us.
Yeah, right. And she told me that she went to every concert. She went to everything because you just never know when it was going to be up. And she really lived.
She was living the Tim McGraw song.
I think Stephanie Ide.
Oh, she's definitely.
Sort of lives that way as well.
Craig Connors does.
By grabbing everything you can. Right. But if you don't have the means to do those things, it makes it harder.
That's the other part.
But you got to go find the things that bring you some joy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. I completely agree with that. And I think you got to squeeze them. Like the first words that come out of my mouth when I wake up every morning is, God, thank you.
Well,
I'm here. I'm saved. I'm safe. I'm alive. I have a roof over my head. I'm warm. And you didn't call my number last night.
Yeah.
And so.
Bing! God, Danny, leave him there. Yeah. I guess when your number's up. But the, I don't know what to think of all that stuff. I say this: if you knew you had 2 years left, I don't know that you would live it as fully as you think you would, because I think at some points you would get really sad.
I think so. Yeah.
And I think more sad that you're leaving and not knowing what's going to happen to the people that you love, especially if you have kids or a significant other. What's going to happen to them? I'm not here.
You'll go through the stages of grief, back and forth,
right? And
anger, denial, bargaining, acceptance.
That may be the worst 2 years of your life. It could. I don't know.
It could.
You know what I mean? If you're really up in your head, you're fucked up.
They told my father he had about a year. He got 3 years out of it. And he did the best he could. And we knew he was in a good mood when he was yelling at everybody. He's feeling good.
Yep.
He's back to cleaning the house and yelling at everybody.
Yeah.
But that was Dad. He had to have a routine and everything. And that's how he lived his life.
Yeah.
But once he started really slow, like time eventually. Look at Marv Levy, for example. The guy's 99. He's walking with a walker now. Now he's taking care of himself, but he's at the point where even life is like, okay, you're old now. You can't do what you can work as hard as you want. You're not going to be able to go as far as you want. Like he was running marathons in his 80s and stuff. But eventually time does catch up with you. Yeah. So make the most of what you have today. It's a cliche. It sounds ridiculous. We have to work. We have to eat and everything else and take care of each other. But at the same time, make the most of every moment. Realize, hey, we live in America, man. It ain't that bad.
Yeah.
Even on our worst days, it ain't that bad, man.
No, I don't think on our worst. I agree with you. What are you? Let's just go back to motivation. We'll take the
motivated.
the death part out of it.
Yeah.
There are people who will tell you I'm motivated by fear. Greg Connors has said I fear of that. Legret, fear, right? He said fear of someone taking what's mine or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I don't know if that's a healthy way to go or not. I just know a lot of people do. Do you think it's being motivated by fear is okay, or is being motivated by the satisfaction of getting something done?
I've never walked in their shoes. I could see why the two of them are motivated by fear, because I get that. I'll say this. From my perspective, if you fear God, there's nothing else to fear. If you don't fear God, you'll have God to fear, and everything else. And then fear becomes your motivation because you're the only one doing it, right?
Yeah.
So, and I'm not saying that's their go-to.
When I say fear,
motivation,
I'm using it as a general thing. Like, I think
fear of loss. Fear of loss is a big...
Fear of losing.
Yeah, fear of losing and fear of loss is a big motivator.
Yeah.
For a lot of people. Sure. I don't have that. In a way, I kind of do. That should be like one of those, like if you have an inverted pyramid of motivation, that would be like me to the middle or the bottom, right? Because I'm not really afraid of losing anything because of the way I
lost it all, baby.
Well, listen, I've lived in the balls of my you-know-what. I know what it's like to be on Medicaid. I know what it's like to... one time I had a pastor, he thought he was doing me a favor, and he was. He goes, hey, we're going to help out with the food pantry. Can you help me this week? I go, yeah, sure. I showed up.
It was just you.
It was for me.
Yeah.
And I didn't know whether to like laugh or cry. And I remember that moment.
But I ate good, man.
Oh, yeah. I ate great.
Good. Okay.
Food like donates great food.
There
man.
you go.
But the point was, I didn't need it.
All
I appreciated what he did, but the point is, I don't ever want to be standing in this place again.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that can be a motivational factor, but that shouldn't be your sole or your biggest motivator.
I always think
I was always hoping that love is your biggest motivator for all of us, and it's so easy to say and so hard to do. Yeah, because we always get caught up in the daily trap.
I think there's only two things: the love and fear. I think though, when it comes to motivation, sometimes we need these little things, right? So, but goals, the satisfaction of hitting that goal, of lifting a certain amount or dropping a certain amount of weight or getting, something accomplished that you've been really focused on for a while. To me, that's the great thing. And sure, the finish line or the proverbial finish line is great. It's the journey along the way.
Yeah.
So maybe you're writing a book, it's getting a chapter done or whatever.
Yeah.
I just don't think you need to have negative.
For those of you who don't believe in God or whatever, the key to life is progress.
Yeah.
Are you progressing? Or the key to happiness is progress. You keep making progress, you're going to be happy. Because, I'm growing. I'm stacking wins every day. Stack those wins.
Stack the wins.
Stack the wins every single day, and you will feel fantastic. What did I do today at the end of the day? What am I excited about in my life? What did I do? What did I give back?
I got so stressed out, I popped a zit.
I mean, one thing, if you want to rewire your brain, Billy, and I think I've talked about this before, the one thing that you could do every day is for 1 minute a day, and eventually it'll become 10 minutes and 15 minutes, and you'll be like, holy cow, I thought about this for 20 minutes. Think about how many times people have been grateful to you. That feeling will rewire your brain. And if you can't think of those things, then you need to start helping some people so they can be grateful to you, so you can look back at those and go, yeah, man, I'm a selfish douchebag. I need to help some people.
Gee, why did you have to get in my head and say that?
Well, dude, you've helped so many people. Dude, you've helped me. You've helped Kevin. You've helped Greg. You've helped Laura. You've helped Stephanie. This podcast has helped a lot of people. You've helped Jameson. He's up here now.
That's true.
That's a huge win, man. That's a big win.
That's a big win.
Thank you, Dad. How many times, or when your kid, Jordan, thank you, Dad, for paying my college education. Thank you for sweating your balls off in front of a hot microphone. Getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Slaving over a hot microphone.
Right. I mean, think about all those times people have told you thank you and why. And think about why they thanked you and what you were able to do for them. Not selfishly. I'm telling you, it will rewire your brain. You'll look at life completely differently. You won't worry. Because when you're thinking about being grateful and gratitude, you can't worry. You can't bitch. You can't complain.
No, you can't. Gratitude is something that I think is great. A belief of a higher power or not. If you just go with a gratitude, I think you'll always feel better. You just do. You just feel better. We'll take a moment. I have a story that I don't know what to think of this, but I thought of you immediately.
Uh-oh.
No, it's not a bad one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no. That
could be one of four things.
When I say that,
that could be one of four things.
What do you think when I say that?
Supplements?
No.
Jesus.
It is Jesus related.
The Buffalo Bills.
No.
And anytime I have this word called thoughts.
Yeah. No, it's in the Jesus vein.
Okay.
But this is weird. We'll get to it right after this. I have a saying, no Friday's a bad Friday. Iron Smoke Distillery has a saying, every Friday is an excellent Friday. And this Friday, no different. January 24th, get in there for the acoustic sunset sessions with Son Henry, playing some of his Americana mellow tunes to get you into that weekend vibe. Then at 8:30 on the stage that Whiskey built, something else is bringing the party tradition like no other. Come back on Saturday, January 25th with the acoustic sunset sessions. Reed Burton will be playing, and then get ready to dance you know what? You could actually lose some pounds dancing. Oh, it's great exercise. It's Brass Taxi taking the stage at 8:30. All there at Iron Smoke Distillery. While you're there, why don't you try Grandpa Joe's Manhattans? Oh, it's all pre-bottled, ready for you. Yeah, you could actually probably take some with you. You could pick it up at your local liquor store. It's all from Iron Smoke Distillery in Fairport, New York, baby. New year, new projects. But why stress yourself out? Make 2025 the year you finally get it all done with the experts at Mac of All Trades. The basement you've been dreaming about. Those tricky electrical jobs, drywall work, and perfect paint finish. Leave it to the pros, my friends, who do it right the first time. From stunning kitchen renovations to beautiful bathroom makeovers, Mac of All Trades transforms your vision into reality. Need those hollow doors upgraded to gorgeous pine? They got you covered. Custom bookcases? Check. Handyman fixes? Absolutely. Full carpentry work? You bet. Whatever you can imagine, Mac of All Trades can create it. Just ask me. I love what Mac of All Trades did in our studio. Make the call that makes it happen. 585-202-9218 or visit them online at macofalltrades.net. Mac of All Trades. You dream it, they build it. 585-202-9218 and macofalltrades.net. Careful, Danny.
Yeah.
I always love this song. I did.
It's a great song.
Yeah.
It's true. Every single one of us. That's why I need Jesus. By the way, I miss Michael Hutchins. Such a great voice.
Did you ever have that where a woman that just has that look in her eye?
Yeah, a couple times. Remember that Rolling Rock commercial? This guy's explaining Rolling Rock. He goes, the horses winked at me a couple times. Once when I met my ex-wife, and once when I bought a car at a really great value. I think the Rolling Rock horse winked at me when I met my ex-wife too. But she had that look.
I don't know. I think I've had. Yeah. I say too much.
Okay.
Sometimes I say too much.
Yeah. By the way, Michael Hutchins was a great singer.
Yeah, I think he was a great
He's
singer.
kind of like the Jim Morrison of the generation.
Yeah.
Not he didn't have the lyrics, but
of yeah.
He looked like him. He had a deep voice. They had to replace him like 3 times.
Yeah. I always liked this band, but this song, I don't know why I guess I could relate to it. I always liked girls you wouldn't bring home to mom. Like not for long term.
Yeah.
But I always knew there was some fun.
Yeah. Just playmates.
Just some fun along the way.
Playtime.
Yeah, And then if you could find a mixture of it. But there was even those girls, they weren't.
Unicorn.
Well, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? A little bit. But even those girls wouldn't be they would go, and you'd be surprised. Whoa. And then, but they wouldn't. I mean, there'd be just a little more that the others would be a little edgier.
My Christianity will not allow me to go
I don't know what you're saying. I don't know. I play that song, Danny, because I stumbled upon a story out of Texas.
Texas.
Yes. Where the devil showed up literally on someone's doorstep. This is not a made-up story.
The actual devil.
The actual devil showed up on the doorstep.
Well, this footage looks like something straight out of a horror film.
Yeah, straight out of a horror
The devil went
film.
down the doorstep. He was looking for a stolen steel. He went to Racing Randy's house. Couldn't find a deal.
We should call Randy.
Buddy, we haven't talked in a while.
Yeah.
You forget about me?
Yeah.
This man rang a family's doorbell holding a sign with a specific verse from the Bible. Matt Howerton just spoke with investigators about the warning to neighbors in Carrollton.
He stood there with almost a similar mask to the one Michael Hutchins wears. Is it Hutchinson or Hudson?
Michael Hutchins.
Hutchins, yeah. Wears in the video, Devil Inside. He has it on the back of his head. He's got that over his head, and he's holding a cardboard sign that says Revelations 20,
Okay.
1 to 15.
Okay. You go to the Bible app.
No, well, wait, that was wrong. Let me take that back. There's a Bible app?
Oh, there's like a ton of them.
Oh, I didn't know there was a Bible. Oh, well, sure, that makes sense.
Revelations 20. You want the King James or the...
Yeah, whatever. What do you do? Do you use the NIV?
I use the King James. Oh, no. I make King James only.
King James.
I get a lot of crap for that, but you know what? The King James is amazing. There's so many little like nuances. You're not.
Can I play this underneath while you do it?
Yes.
No.
And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. So this is an angel we're talking about.
Yeah.
And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years, and cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and after that he must be loosed for a little season. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given to them, and I saw the souls of them, John is talking, of them that were beheaded for the witness of Jesus. We're talking after the rapture. And for the word of God, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with Christ 1,000 years, which is on earth, after he returns. But the rest of the dead lived not again until the 1,000 years were finished. This is the first resurrection. Blessed and holy is he that hath part in the first resurrection. On such the second death hath no power. That's me, Billy. But they shall be priests of God in Christ, and shall reign with him 1,000 years. And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison, and shall go out to deceive the nations one last time, which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle. The number of whom is as the sand of the sea. And they went up on the breadth of the earth and encompassed the camp, and you know the rest. Yeah, all right. And eventually Jesus comes back and like, oh, you're done.
Okay. So here, some guy is standing on a doorstep of a nice looking home in Dallas, Texas, some suburb, and he's making sure that he's on their Ring doorbell. They don't answer. They may not have been home. I don't even know if they were home. I don't know what time of day. Listen to the rest of the story.
When I saw that, I was like, what's the message here?
Prophecy? This is the first time we've had anything like.
So, of course, this makes it onto the neighborhood next door page, right? Yeah.
Like this in this neighborhood.
Or prank.
It's so weird.
That's what folks in this Carrollton neighborhood off of Hebron are trying to figure out. On Saturday night, an unknown man approached a family's doorstep wearing a satanic mask, holding a sign that reads Revelation 20, verses 1 through 15. Passages that depict the apocalypse in Christianity and eternal judgment. Followers ascend to heaven, the condemned thrown into a lake of fire. Heavy stuff.
I was a little rattled that night, I will say that.
The footage shared to Nextdoor, where neighbor Scott Guerin watched it.
You know, that's the kind of stuff you would, see at Halloween, but it's got to be scary.
And so did Gloria Johns. The man not just approaching the family's front door, he walked behind their home and stood in front of a driveway camera too.
We spoke to the homeowners who captured this footage. They filed a police report, but understandably so, they didn't want to do an interview with us because they are on edge. They've lived here for decades, don't know who this person is or what their message means.
Carrollton police telling me they're not aware so far of this person being on anyone else's doorbell cameras, and that this person hasn't committed a crime. For them to be considered trespassing, they have to bypass a barrier like a fence, ignore verbal warnings, or stay on the property after being told to leave. Nonetheless, they're monitoring the situation to ensure public safety. A spokesperson saying, we encourage residents to remain vigilant and report any suspicious activity to police.
We do mostly know each other, and they're all very nice, so yeah.
After spotting a stranger like this, that's what folks here plan to do. In Carrollton, I'm Matt Howerton.
Okay. So what do you say? If that shows up on your doorstep, what are you feeling? That would freak you out a little bit, would it not?
Well,
I mean,
someone's trying to send me a message.
Okay.
That's the first
Clearly
thought.
a message, because they're in the front and in the back.
They're not going to anybody else's house.
No.
I wonder if somebody, let's put it this way. A lot of pastors have these call-in shows, radio shows, and a lot of people call in with their gripes about people, and they'll try to figure out any way to not let someone into heaven.
Wait, what?
Oh, yeah, this is a true story.
Wait a second. Where do I get audio of that? Okay. Next week, I am going to find audio.
Okay.
And so it's a pastor's call-in show?
Yeah, there's a pastor, a lot of them have internet now, and they have their own shows on YouTube and stuff. People will write in, and they'll call in with their questions Just Bible questions. And every once in a while, you get a nut job who's like ticked off that his ex-wife was messing around with another dude, and they were both supposedly Christians. So now he wants to search the Bible to figure out a way where they're going to go to hell. And then he'll ask the pastor the question in a way that like the pastor's like, you put the pastor on the spot, and the pastor's like, well, no, that's not necessarily true. In this instance, it sounds to me like a guy who is looking at this family and has seen them and knows the family.
They
and
lived there for decades.
And is judging this family for something that either happened to him, or he doesn't like their behavior, or he believes he's sending them a message. But you could be if you want to be a real Christian about it, why don't you go knock on their door and tell them about Jesus? It's a lot easier. If you really want to help them, you're trying to scare them.
Yeah.
And scaring them is not, I mean, it might work, but I mean, why?
Scaring them, or just maybe you're just sort of playing a prank or think it's just funny and they don't know. I'd be looking at the shoes, trying to see.
It could be one of those Jim from the Office pranks on Dwight.
Absolutely.
You know.
Absolutely.
Like maybe this I don't know what the history is, but I don't think this dude expected this to make the news.
Well, it's because it freaks you out. But here's the other thing. We see everything now.
Yeah.
Go back 10 years. I don't think there was Ring doorbell.
No.
Even 10 years ago.
No, actually, no, there were.
There were?
It was like just 10 years ago.
All right, so let's go back 15.
Because when I would like campaign for like certain political candidates, I would ring the door and they would answer me like from Puerto Rico.
How would your wife react if all of a sudden that was on the doorstep at your house?
Oh, she'd come.
Wouldn't that freak you out? She
would just take care of it herself. She's tough. Oh my! You do not want to.
She'd go running after. Yeah. Do you? Because I think it would. I would be freaked out. To be honest,
it would be a little freaky.
Yeah, and it would make me. It's unsettling.
Anytime you see somebody in a mask, it's always unsettling.
It is, and then you wonder too. After the passage you read, is it somebody that didn't vote Trump or did vote Trump, and they're trying to send this? You know what I'm saying? Like, could it be that a political of something? I don't know. It's weird.
If you really want to just if you really want to help these people, you just say, hey, look, man, I've been praying for you. I think, we talked about Jesus and stuff. This guy wanted to send a message.
Yeah.
This guy wanted to scare somebody.
Yeah.
And that's not cool. That's not cool. And I don't know what the motivation is. I have no idea.
Do you
talk about motivation?
Were you ever scared? Did you ever have anybody try to send you a message like that? Was there anybody who tried to send you a message?
Yeah, actually one time.
There was? For real?
So we have a family friend.
Yeah.
Not a family friend. A neighbor. My neighbors have a family friend, right?
Okay.
And this guy apparently was a little cuckoo, and his wife had left him, right?
Yeah.
And so she was always spending time at my neighbor's house, which is right next to ours.
Yeah.
And so he basically found numbers for people that were for their Facebook or whatnot of people who were friends with my neighbors, and basically just stalked all of us thinking we were sleeping with his wife.
Oh.
And I told my wife, I just got the most random text message from somebody about messing with their girl. I'm like, is that you? I go, what's going on? She goes, I don't recognize the number. And then the next day, our neighbor told us, hey, did you get a text?
Okay.
I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know that I was ever targeted with someone sending me a message. I'm sure there was something along the way.
Yeah, this guy texted everybody who was friends with this woman on Facebook, thinking that they were sleeping with his girl, a mass text.
I do. I
don't know how they got our numbers.
I can't remember a time where I was scared. Something like that. That would be unsettling.
Oh, there was another time.
I know the one, and even that didn't freak me out, but somebody stole a bike in a neighborhood and dumped it off in my yard, and my kids found it, and I'm like, don't touch it. Mm-hmm. So, because I called the cop, I could tell right away it was a very expensive road bike, and it was hot. It was a bicycle, yeah, and they left it there, and the guy, the cops are like, oh, did your boys take it? I go, they're 8 and 9. They can't even get on this bike. It's so big. Mm-hmm. Let's not. I mean, that's not even basic police work. Come on.
Yeah, right.
But that didn't. Those things never scared me. I'm trying to think. I'll tell you a time I was scared, and it's stupid. I'm leaving. When I started in radio, so I'm about 19 years old, and it was Halloween, and they were having a big party at a club, and this was a rock station, but at a club called, I think it was called Let's Dance. I think that's the name of the club. It was down in Poughkeepsie in the center of the city, sort of. And the station would go there, and I think the guy who produced the morning show was the DJ, a club DJ. Like, he was a club mixing tunes and type shit. And I remember my father never wanted me to go there. He always called it a bucket of blood because there was always fights or shootings or shit.
Oh, is that what that means? Okay.
Yeah. So it's midnight, and I was going to go down there, and this intern from the morning show, who they called Tommy Potatoes, and the reason they did was because the morning host would go, hey, Tommy, can you get me my breakfast? So they would bring it in, whatever, from whoever would drop it off. And he goes, Tommy, where are my potatoes? And then he just became Tommy Potatoes. And so that became his nickname. And he was this kid from the Bronx. He had long hair, and he wore this is the early 90s, so he's got the dingo boots with no traction on them and all.
Okay.
And we're in a basically a renovated house, and we're in the back of it is where the FM station was.
Mm-hmm.
So we're in the back there, and
it was so simple back then.
Yeah, but there was security cameras around the building.
Oh, you need that.
And I could see the front door, and I thought I saw something in the parking lot, like going back and forth. And I'm like, whatever it was, I think we all have an intuitiveness about us. You can sort of tell when something's up, right? You just can. Like, I knew this was, you know what I mean? Like, I had this feeling, and so I left, and then all of a sudden the roof collapsed. You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, something's off. So Tommy and I leave.
Tommy Potatoes
and I, we're walking out, and I'm like, man, something's weird. And I kept looking at the cameras, like back in the studio. It was deeper in this house, so the camera was up front. I go, man, and we're parked. We can see our cars. All the lights are lit in the parking lot, well lit. And we're walking out, and all of a sudden, here comes this screaming voice, Rah! And running. And there was a listener and his fat cousin who used to call me, and then they would come. Like, I did such dumb stuff. I had parties at the station. In the middle of the night.
I believe it.
I did midnight to 6, so people would just show up.
Bring a case.
No, they would just show up and hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, all random people. Some nights there was just 1 or 2. Some nights there was like 15, 20.
The golden age.
It was just, we're all hanging out, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes they put them on the radio with me. Sometimes they didn't, And he called himself Psycho. And he walked with a limp, and he was a short guy. And probably about my age, but he walked with a limp. And he always wanted Iron Maiden. And he would always say, he had a crazy voice. I bet I have him on tape somewhere. I got to go back through those tapes. And he would sometimes go, hey, man, can we come hang out with you? And I'm like, yeah, come on. Who the fuck says that?
Right.
Me, because I'm a dope.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'm bored.
Sure. Yeah.
I was always bored. I was like, I didn't want to play music. I could get bored in the
You
middle
want
of
to talk, yeah.
I talked all night long. So By
the way, that's the perfect time to experiment with talk.
Perfect time,
because nobody's keeping score.
Nobody's keeping score. They're all going to bed, or they're drunk, or they're
right.
Who's on
Brad
the road?
Davies told me he used to smoke cigarettes, like doing overnight shifts at Bill Keeler's station in Utica.
Oh yeah,
well, he was about your age.
Yeah,
he was probably doing jock work on the overnights on the weekends.
Yeah,
and he goes, oh yeah, because I used to have people come in the studio. We'd be smoking cigarettes, drinking, having a good time. Classic rock 106.5.
I used to just, I didn't drink on there, but I did let strangers in. But Psycho would come down with his cousin. So now Psycho, and all of a sudden I hear laughter. And there's always a stereotype. And I have to say this. It's usually people, poor people or rich people have this, right? Where one partner is good looking and doesn't fit the other. In the poorer people, it's sometimes the guy doesn't fit the chick. In other words, she's fat and kind of out of shape and a little tattered, and he's sort of pulled together and thin. Okay. Not necessarily, but when you get older on the rich side, it's usually the guy that's fat and out of shape, and she's a smoke show. That they're together. It's a weird thing.
They call them rhinos.
Yes, it's a weird thing. But so Psycho, his cousin, and her boyfriend are laughing from the corner, but Tommy Potatoes fucking flipped. Like, he grabbed me. He was like, ah! And he starts to run, and his dingoes had no traction. He went up. All I remember was seeing the bottom of his boots as he landed on his...
He's doing the Josh Allen.
I just saw him go. All I saw was bottom of boots as I turned. I go, fuck. So then I'm like, I didn't know what to do because this thing's running at me. So I sort of froze there. I was getting ready to punch something. I didn't know. And then all of a sudden I hear the laughter. And it was Psycho and his friend. That was probably the most scared I've been. But it was building up all night because I could sort of feel it, And it was Halloween, and I'm not a big Halloween person. Yeah. So if this guy showed up on it would disturb me, but I wouldn't. I would probably give it a half-hour thought and I'd move on, which would be the worst when you're married and have a family.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because I would go, no big deal, nothing happened. And it's just some fucking dick, and I don't care. And but it would be all that other people are thinking about. And especially if you have kids and they see it on the Ring doorbell.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I mean that's cheap. I don't really appreciate or condone somebody dressing up in a devil outfit or a satanic outfit, whatever the outfit was, and going to somebody's house and holding that sign
Just
up.
a mask.
Like what do you like because I've always said this. It's like if you really want to tell people about Jesus, show them that you're a follower of Jesus. And one of my biggest regrets in life is that I didn't always do that. In fact, I didn't mostly do that. Like they called me Christian Dan, and Sunday through Thursday I was great. Friday and Saturday I was a complete douchebag.
All right.
And so say but my point is be like Jesus.
Okay.
Don't sit there and hold up signs.
He got pissed.
What?
He got pissed?
Yeah, once.
More than once.
No, a couple times. Yeah, a few times. Yeah, actually, quite a bit. Actually, I'm reading in Matthew right now. Yeah.
Yes, you are.
He got upset. It was righteous anger.
Yeah.
I never got mad at anybody. I just did stupid stuff. I got mad at people, but I never let them know.
Well, you mean stupid stuff like drinking and
being
carousing?
Being a kid. We call it in America being a kid.
Being a ladies' man? Yeah. Ladies' dad?
Yeah.
Ladies' dad. Hey, man, what's wrong with that?
Tommy used to tell you, he ain't no Christian.
All right.
But that's the point, though.
But you would eat that shit up and it would fuck with your head, and that's why I'm saying it does. None of it matters. Just do good. If that's how you feel about back then.
Which brings me back to motivated to do better.
It's back then. It's back then, but it's not now. And now you can go do those things that you want if it's going to make you feel better.
Yeah.
And to get you motivated.
Jones Barbecue Foot Massage. Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage. Better come down here. Get some of this shit. You like to eat. America loves to eat. So why not open up somewhere America can sit down, enjoy a meal, and get their feet rubbed? We'll fry anything you want for $5.99. As long as it's friable or edible, we're going to make it deliciable. We will fry parts of the chicken you didn't even know was friable. The beak, the feathers, we'll fry candy bars. All that European stuff that you don't really normally eat, we'll bring it down here and fry it for you. Ask McDonald's to fry something other than what they normally fry. Guess what you're going to get? Nothing. If it fit through the dough, I'll put it in the fryer. Hell, this is dinosaur. All our meats are gently tenderized to their optimum deliciousness. We got fine dinosaur meat. Took my money, paid me pay child support. Come on down here and get you a slice.
Eating meat.
Once they get your social security number, it's over. Motivated. So friends, let's just decide you don't want no barbecue. Well, that's fine too. Why not let one of my foot specialists or myself perform our magic? Look at that. Don't they look wonderful? If you really pay me enough, we'll massage your feet in any of these sauces also. Success is the rule down here at Jones Good-ass barbecue and foot massage. So go ahead and give me a call or find us on the worldwide internets at the new website. That's JONES, big-ass-truck-storage.com/Jones Good-ass barbecue and foot massage.html.
Excuse me, did you call number 52?
Did you hear me call?
Did you hear me call number 52?
I forgot about the foot rub part.
Yeah, the whole foot rub.
I wonder if they're still open. Is that in Georgia? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Did we talk to them?
I think we did. Well, they put a phone number up there.
Yeah.
Would you like to take a break and try to call them?
Yeah.
Try to call them? We got the number.
We got Peter coming up.
We got Peter coming up at 7:15.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I have to send Peter the link. We'll talk Buffalo Bills. We'll get the thoughts. We'll get to all that right after this. You know what I love? I love getting to the great outdoors, but I love having all the creature comforts of home. You know what I mean? I would be more for glamping than camping. That's why I would be one to check out the Winter RV Mega Show. Yeah. Do you know about this? It's Meyer's Winter RV Mega Show, Thursday, January 23rd to Sunday, January 26th. It's happening at the Rochester Dome Arena. It's over in Henrietta. They've got millions of dollars in savings on their entire inventory of travel trailers, fifth wheels, and motorhomes. Now, here's the great part. Free parking and free admission, and it's indoors in both Manette Hall and the Dome. That's right. So you're inside, you're checking out all these great fifth wheels, motorhomes, coaches. You're going to get their biggest discounts of the year from the nation's leading manufacturers. I'm talking manufacturers like Grand Design, Jayco, Brinkley, Winnebago, Keystone, Thor, and Forest River. The Winter RV Mega Show, Thursday, January 23rd to Sunday, January 26th. Now, Thursday to Saturday, it's 9:30 to 8 p.m., and Sunday, the 26th, it's 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. at the Rochester Dome Arena. 2695 East Henrietta Road in Henrietta. Shop in the comfort of indoors in both Manette Hall and the Dome. Great selection of new and used RVs to choose from. You can learn more at myersrvs.com. Get ready to explore the great outdoors with all the creature comforts of home. Thanks to Myers RVs at myersrvs.com. I've been bragging to you about Cobblestone on Main at 109 West Main Street in the Village of Webster for as long as I've been doing the podcast. And the reason is it's got an upscale bar, a warm, inviting atmosphere. It's just fun when you walk in there. Your mood could go from really lousy to great or from great to over the top. I'm just saying, it's just always a happy vibe. And that's because the food is fantastic. The shareables are so delicious. I love going there. It's great for intimate dining. It's great for hanging out with friends and family. But don't take my word for it. Listen to Ashley. Ashley writes, "We went last night, and I haven't stopped thinking about the food ever since. Everything, including appetizers and entrees, was all delicious and could tell was fresh, high quality. Drinks were also awesome, with choices I wasn't expecting to have as options." That's what Ashley writes. I don't think there's much more I need to say other than Cobblestone on Main, 109 West Main Street in the Village of Webster. Got me on a in-excess kick tonight.
Great song. I got another one you should play for the last segment, too. Such a great song. You know who does this? M80s.
Do they really?
Yeah, they're playing at Del Lago coming up.
Well.
Yeah. They might be playing again at sooner at Iron Smoke. That's like their home base.
Yeah.
Great Americans. They are. They're a great band. I didn't realize the beginning was so long. Maybe I've just been hearing the radio version.
Yeah. I may go buy this on vinyl.
Don't ask me.
I always love when they bring, like, orchestral instruments into stuff. I know it's true. What you know is true.
Mm-hmm. Don't have to tell you I love your precious heart.
Yeah, Tyler does a great job with the song.
You were there.
Bill, you were there. Reminds me of that Chris Farley line. Pete, you were there. I lost my virginity to your daughter.
Never tear us apart.
It's got to be like 87?
We can live. I think so, yeah. For 1,000 years.
Well, Jesus.
If I hurt you, I make wine from your tears. I told you.
Wow. I don't know. In excess, U2, it always, like, wanted to see Rattle and Hum when it came out. And then, what the hell's the album that I
Rattle and Hum was the album.
No, Rattle and Hum was the album, but it came out after
Joshua Tree.
Joshua Tree, and I went to the theater to see Rattle and Hum, but Joshua Tree was, like, to me, it was
everyone's favorite U2
Well,
album.
it was just my favorite because it hit me in that time of life. I remember going down to Wilbur Flats.
Mm-hmm.
My friend, his girlfriend would pop the back of her Subaru. We were drinking. You know,
we were drinking.
I talk to people and I go,
Wilbur Flats was there.
I've been drinking since I was as old as Jameson.
Apropos, isn't it?
I don't know if it is. I think it's terrible.
No.
When I look at it now, I go, I wonder what kind of real damage I did along the way. Because there was, all through college, everywhere. and then I probably had a dry spell for a while. Maybe a minute.
I remember one time you had a sober period of like 90 days.
Yeah.
I'm always drinking club sodas.
I did.
You did really well though.
I did.
And so Tommy stopped drinking at that period too. We had like a dry show.
Yes,
for a while. And then it's like Brown Barn. It's summertime. I'm gonna have a cocktail. Check this out.
I'm going to call Jones Big Ass Barbecue and Foot Massage number that was on there.
Come on over here, get some of this. Oh.
The wireless customer you are calling is not available.
Yeah.
Please try again later.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Well, sometimes people change numbers, right? And then they hand out that number. So there was a story we had the other night about somebody sending out a family group text. An uncle had changed their number, but nobody knew it.
And somebody starts yelling.
So somebody starts responding, and they're saying it was a joke, but the person ended up getting arrested because it was for a 9-month-old christening, and the person goes, "Hey, how much for the baby?" Nice white babies go for a lot of money. And then he goes, and then the guy either called or somehow contacted the family. He goes, "Listen, we harvest babies' organs, and I'll start the bidding at $500,000." The guy's going, he's trying to say it was a joke. However, he had been arrested for a road rage incident recently where he pulled a gun and shot a trucker. So who the fuck knows?
So
who the fuck knows?
When my niece was born, we had a cousin who changed her number. We didn't know this. So the text thread comes through. "Oh, congratulations. Hey, stop texting me. I'll call the cops." And it's like, holy cow. Like, really? Someone announced that they had a birth of a child and you're going to be an a-hole?
Well,
I almost wanted to call the guy up and literally just ream him. I know. You can't let it bother you. But like somebody's clearly mentally disturbed.
I know, but
you can't let it get to you. I know. But at the time, I'm like, are you kidding me?
No, I let a lot of things bother me back
I know.
then.
We should.
But I don't understand why now. I'm just like, there's a lot of shit that's just like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't care. It has no effect
Go
on
Phil Collins. I don't care anymore.
I don't care anymore. It's not even that I don't necessarily care anymore. Like, I see people.
It just doesn't bother you.
Getting all upset. Things. What?
Oh, no, keep going. I got a thought, but go ahead.
Go with your thought. You're popping out of your skin.
Things don't bother you as much anymore.
No, but I see things like I see people getting very upset on either side of the aisle with President Trump.
Right.
Some people in support, shut up, and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, gosh. Dan Levitar did a whole thing just about Elon's, like, little gesture at the inauguration. He's like, bro, get a life, man.
Well,
you're a Cuban communist. Shut up.
But even there, I can't get upset because I just go, all right, there are things that happen, but go ahead. I see your thought.
Last week, the Bills beat the Ravens.
Yeah.
The week leading up to it, some writer had once again, and he's done this before, ripped on the Bills Mafia and said Buffalo is a city of losers, right? So what does, of course, Buffalo do? They rush up to the water tower with a paint can and a paintbrush and defend the honor of Buffalo to the point where actual radio hosts got involved and started reading, quote, receipts on what happened before leading up to the game. And Sean McDermott was asked about it, and he defended the city of Buffalo. I'm like, why?
For what?
Why? Because this guy insulted Buffalo. I'm like, are you that pathetic? I wrote a column about it for the Times of Wayne County. Are you that pathetic I know he has to.
To the fan
But
base.
the fact that somebody had to ask the stupid question, or the fact that another radio guy had to make it a topic or multiple topics, are you losers? Because that is the very definition. Responding to a loser just makes you another loser.
All right, but hang on a second, though. We worked in that medium.
We did.
Yeah, and so you're always looking for something that's going to rile the base, get people interactive.
Yeah, but are you that lazy that that's what you're going to do?
I don't know. If somebody went up and did, what did they do? I missed.
You called Buffalo. By the way, this is not the first time this writer has called Buffalo a city of losers.
Oh.
But this became like a week-long thing.
Yeah.
Now we're going to read receipts. Okay, so if the Bills had lost, are you not going to read those receipts anymore because our honor wasn't defended because the Bills lost the game? How pathetic are you?
Oh.
How effing pathetic
Dan, it's all
are you?
fandom and it's all entertainment.
But that's my point, though. It's a joke. Why are you getting worked up over what somebody says about your beloved city?
Well,
is it true? Of course not.
Because you can. I mean, so
that's
how good it is. That's how good we've got it. We have it
so good that we get worked up.
We get worked up. That's what I always say.
We have the luxury of getting pissed off over nothing.
Truly believe that we have it so good in this country, and we need conflict. We need the drama. It's a human thing. We need it.
Yeah.
And if we don't have
eventually
it,
sucks the life out of us.
Sure, it does. But if we don't have it, we'll create it. So we create the war on drugs. We create this thing, or the politics, the this, the that, the back and forth. I mean, you got it. Like it's
and the people at the top of the food chain sit there and eat and laugh. And go, they're playing right into our hands.
Maybe. Look,
don't give them the satisfaction.
I know people are some people are very concerned about what could happen with President Trump. I say let's sit back and see. But people are what happened to my America? I go, okay, I get it.
It went back to the other people's America.
Well,
that's what happened.
But it didn't go back.
It's not your turn.
What they're saying, what they're saying is the quality of the person, right? The guy who had the university that failed and seemed to rip people off, the guy that evaded taxes, the guy that had sexual abuse charges, the guy that usually wasn't a candidate for president, just saying. Yeah. I get it.
The
but
difference
on the
is
side,
we know about Trump.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody else, Clinton was a douchebag.
But
Reagan was a douchebag.
This is where
Biden's a douchebag. Obama was a douchebag. Bush was a douchebag. Both of them. They were all douchebags. We just know about Trump.
Trump wears it on his sleeve. He calls people's names.
I'm a douchebag. I'm the best douchebag there is. So what? What are you going to do? America first?
But I mean, you didn't have presidents like that made fun of disabled people.
Yeah, they acted diplomatic.
Okay. Do you understand what I'm saying?
They put on a good face.
I'm not saying that limits his ability to govern. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you wonder why people get upset, this is part of the reason why. And you kind of have to look both ways, because I think if there was somebody on the other side that was doing something like, you'd be like, how the fuck do you support that guy? Okay. So, but I say whether you were in there or not, he's there.
He's there.
So let's try to make it the best.
Right.
Let's listen. Let's see. It could be great. Who knows?
I didn't vote in the previous election.
Yeah.
But look, I wasn't a Joe Biden fan. I didn't care for either guy.
Right.
But I'm like, look, I live in America, and that's my president. I need to respect the office.
Okay.
Don't be a douchebag. I don't have to agree with anything he does. And he did a couple good things. But you know what? That's why we have elections. Get the new guy in.
Well, look.
But I've always believed in the Who song, Billy. Won't get fooled again.
Okay.
Meet the new boss.
Same as the old boss. Daddy.
But we won't get fooled again.
Same as the old boss. We will take a moment. I know we were kind of short here. Oh, I did want to touch on this real quick because I don't know what to think of this. I saw in the news locally that a youth support specialist has been charged with rape. Now, there's a facility. Hang on a second, though, because that's a really, really powerful, loaded word. And I sometimes get nervous. Not nervous. I don't get nervous. But I sometimes think I question it from a more just thinking standpoint. I would say philosophical, but that sounds too big for this situation. But I don't know if that's the right word to use. This person, I believe, is a 35-year-old woman, but I don't know why in my head I have that. And it's an 18-year-old resident. Now, these are facilities. It's a correctional facility, but it has two campuses. It's in Rush, okay? And it has
I think I know where this is.
80-bed facility that houses raised the age youth.
Okay.
So kids that are in there that have done enough stuff, but they're not at the age, right, which they raise the age, so that way they can't go to county jail, right?
Right.
And then a lower campus that is youth adjudicated prior to the age of 16. So it's like a youth detention center. This person who is I could say you had an inappropriate relationship. I'm not sure at 18, and I don't know the mental capacity of the person, but I'm assuming they're always fairly normal, or what we would deem normal, or what do they call it? Not neurodivergent. And
is that the word?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know it.
So at 18,
I gotta look that up.
Right? So it's a Jerica. I'm thinking that's a woman's name. Jeric.
Yeah.
Jerica was arrested and charged with third-degree rape.
That's not the first time we've talked about a Jerica, either on this show or the last show. I remember a name Jerica getting into trouble.
Engaged in sexual activity. And I go, boy, because the headline is, youth support specialist charged with rape, accused of having inappropriate relationship with a detainee in Rush. Okay, inappropriate relationship.
You immediately, my mind immediately goes to like, guy in
a prison.
Man and a woman. Or girl, man and a girl, not woman and boy.
Or I'm thinking in with a detainee. So I'm going, what's going on here? So this sounds like Danamora. Somebody was having a relationship and they got busted. And since this person is 18, which, by the way, is, I believe, of the age of consent. So I don't even know how that is the case. But I don't know all the legality. He's a ward of the state. Well, that was exactly what I was thinking.
That's the thing I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Because if you're 18, you got to, I mean, it's a very slippery slope.
At 35, you walk into a detention center and go, God damn, I got to get me some of that. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
how do you get
did that happen in Oz, where the female prison guard was sneaking drugs and
probably
doing stuff with dudes?
I didn't see that.
I mean, because she wasn't good looking, but man, when you're in prison, a lot of stuff looks better.
Sure, of course, absolutely. And maybe that's the case. Maybe you're not getting anything on the outside.
Yeah, maybe.
But you're 35.
Be an adult, man.
18.
Well, I know a guy back home who was a corrections officer in a woman's prison, and he got in trouble because he was playing patty cake with the prisoners.
That may be the safest relationship to be in. 35, getting what you want.
Yeah.
And you don't have to go home with anybody. You don't have to clean up after them. You're not picking up their socks off the floor.
It's like a free prostitute.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a perfect thing. It's perfect. All right, we'll take a quick break. Peter Montemurno is going to join us.
Great American.
And I hear he has some serious thoughts on the Buffalo Bills.
I do too.
And I know. And I feel like they're way more negative than anything I was thinking. I was actually pleased with a couple of things that I saw during that game.
Well, you guys had a hell of a show on Tuesday or Monday.
Yeah. So we will get to all that and Peter right after this. Winter driving demands the best, and Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram delivers. Right now, lease the all-new 2024 Dodge Hornet for just $129 per month for 24 months, or step up to the power and capability with the 2025 Ram 1500, yours for $359 per month for 39 months. Need service? Their certified mechanics work in a clean, comfortable, state-of-the-art facility where same-day service is often available. Experience the Victor difference, where their expert team services all makes and models with precision and care. Visit Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Route 96 in Victor. Drive with confidence this winter in a vehicle from the dealership that puts you first. The Dodge Hornet requires first payment, DMV taxes and fees due at signing, $4,570 down with $1,500 cash or trade, 10,000 miles per year, must have lease loyalty. The Ram 1500 requires first payment, DMV taxes and fees due at signing, $6,911 down with $3,500 cash or trade, 10,000 miles per year, must have lease loyalty. See dealer for complete details. When a family legal issue disrupts your life, your whole world can stand still. At Circulaw, they understand that family matters require more than just legal expertise. They demand compassion, understanding, and dedication. Their highly experienced family law attorneys in Pittsford have guided countless families through their most challenging moments: divorce proceedings, child custody arrangements, asset division, all aspects of family law. Think of navigating family legal matters like walking a tightrope. You need steady, experienced guidance to reach the other side. And that's exactly what you're going to find at Circulaw. Their compassionate attorneys work tirelessly each day for one purpose: the betterment of you and your family. You don't have to face these emotional challenges alone. Take a breath and then take the first step toward resolution. Contact Circulaw today to discover how they can help your family get back to what matters most. Call them at 585-385-2510 or reach out confidentially through their website at circulaw.com. Circulaw, helping families get back to what matters most.
I think this is the last greatest hit.
I don't know how we got on an NXS kick tonight, but I like it.
It's been good.
I was lost for a while.
Oh, it was all because of that devil song.
Attempting to make sense of my aching heart.
Just had a wonderful voice.
If I could just be everything and everyone to you, this life would just be so easy. Not enough time for all that I want for you. Not enough time for every kiss, every touch, and all the nights I want to be inside you.
One thing about this song, the Stones would do this. They weren't afraid to add backup singers, female backup singers. You get a little further in the song, there's like female backup singers that really make the song as good as it is. The Beatles never did that. A lot of bands don't do it.
Oh, you're saying the Stones, but they didn't cover this, did they?
No. The Stones would add backup singers to songs. They weren't afraid to add like Mary Clayton or whomever.
Yeah.
A lot of bands won't do that.
Oh, because Keith can't sing. That's the problem. All right. We have him waiting patiently over here. Is Peter Montemurno to talk a bit about the Buffalo Bills and what is happening in. I don't know what's going to happen in Orchard Park this weekend, but I'm hoping for the best. Peter, how are you?
KC.
Good.
Did
you guys get pardoned this week? Everybody else got pardoned. Did you get pardoned?
I got pardoned.
I did not get pardoned this week, but I didn't do anything yet.
Disappointing.
Kevin got pardoned.
It's nice. Yeah. I think the Bills got pardoned.
Yeah, they did.
They got pardoned. They got pardoned because there was a call. I'll say this: there was a call that was very much in favor of the Buffalo Bills.
The Coleman call.
The Trey White Coleman call. I thought for sure that was definitely.
I thought that was going the other way. I really believed it.
Yeah, but that was a nice call at the right time, and in they went.
That was their biggest offensive play.
Yeah,
let that sink in.
Yeah. Well, it was tough. It was cold, Danny. It was cold.
Yeah.
And the ball didn't go well. I don't know.
Cold for Baltimore, too.
I know. And I kept seeing things like the better team lost.
I'd agree with that. At least in that game, I would say the better team lost.
But the Bills did everything right.
Yes.
They didn't turn the ball over. They didn't make mistakes.
Right.
And I think that's kind of the key, what it came down to. Hey, I'll take a win as a win.
Yeah.
Moving on to the AFC Championship. Come on.
Let's go.
But I'm hearing that Peter, because I thought Peter and Danny is like the little birdie goes, oh, you wait till you hear what Peter has to say. Peter, yeah, you think I got thoughts. So I thought that when they didn't go for it on 4th and 2.5 and they kicked the field goal, I was actually pleased. I thought, okay, because it looked.
Pleased.
I was pleased. I was. Okay. Because I thought I was worried watching that defense hold that it wasn't going to happen, and it was a little further back than we thought. And I thought at the time, now look, you're taking maybe a little bit of risk with Bass because it's not 50 yards out or more, so we know that it's a little closer. But I go, it seems like a more sure way to get points and be up 8 at that point in the game than which proved to be valuable. I think than going for it. So I was pleased with that, and I was pleased when Josh, about to get sacked, turns around and he looks like he's going to throw it backwards, and I went, thank God he didn't, and he didn't. And I went, could we be seeing maturity not just on the quarterback side, but even in the head coach to not make a rash decision? Now, even if you went for it, they still have to go 90 whatever yards down the field. Yes. So maybe going for it would have been the better thing. But you did get something out of it. To me, it's kind of a wash at that point. Because don't forget, Baltimore did rip it up.
Because the last play that wasn't executed properly, I don't know why in the world Lamar threw it as late as he did.
Yeah.
Hamlin wasn't anywhere near Andrews. It was an easy flip of the wrist, 2-point conversion all day long. We're going overtime.
I know, and they put it on Mark Andrews, and I know it hit his hands, but that was thrown behind him. He had to twist around to get it.
It's very, very hard catch for him. His momentum was going backwards. He had a twist. It was if Lamar threw it sooner, we might not be having this show.
But we still had a minute 33 to go.
Yeah, there was a minute 33 left to go. I think they would have driven down the field, but I don't want to take that chance. I mean, you talk about the Bills not making mistakes. You talk about going down the field. They'd scored 6 points the entire second half. Now you're asking, like, at worst, maybe Tyler Bass could kick a field goal and win you the game. And the last time he was in a situation in a playoff game like that, he whiffed. So, I mean, you're happy that like Andrews dropped the ball.
Yes. I was.
Or else
I was relieved.
We're going to overtime, and there's no guarantees.
No, of course. You knew the game was over once that happened. You knew it was. But, in hindsight, we're all geniuses, right? But at that fourth down call, to me, the third down call.
Yes, thank you.
I could be wrong. The third down call, Josh was in the gun, I think.
Yes, he was in the gun. It was after a timeout. Baltimore had called timeout. And Romo, who had a great game calling it, said, hey, you got two plays left to sneak it in from the one.
Right.
And the thing is, let's talk about the weather being the great neutralizer, which it was.
Yeah.
But I think Baltimore did a fine job throwing the ball 30, 40 yards down the field and having completions. And obviously Andrews had the fumble. That was a big completion. and they had a big touchdown, a 30-plus yard touchdown throw, splitting the safeties down the middle of the field a couple of times. And I look at the weather and I'm thinking, all right, if I'm at the 1 yard line and I don't have to worry about a snap exchange, I don't have to worry about handing the ball off in weather like that, I just take my quarterback and put his head down, which they've done all year at that point of the field in the game twice. Yeah. Should have done it. Could have been a touchdown. It's not even a conversation afterwards. I don't know why you have him in the gun in weather like that on the 1 yard line. It doesn't make sense to me.
You know why?
And I'm not, I'm sitting here. I'm not out there coaching.
Right. I hear you.
You know why? They had time to think about it. They had time
they make
to
it
think,
too hard
hey, you know what we ought to do here? Instead of and by the way, the Ravens don't do that with Lamar. They do it with Mark Andrews. And he had a couple of nice sneaks. And with Allen, he's huge. And he could do it. But the ball was actually, I think, at the 1.5 or the 2. But the point is 2 plays, the game's over. And if you don't get in, they got to go 99 yards. Right. And they have to get in the end zone twice.
Who was lined up as the fullback, Dan, on third down?
I think it was Cook. I'm not sure though. I think it was Cook or Davis.
Shakir was lined up as the fullback.
Oh, Shakir was?
Shakir. That's the one thing I remember. I remember texting somebody, why in the world is Shakir and a fullback third down at the 1 yard line?
So they could pitch it to him.
How? And what, like you said, thinking about it too much. I don't know why they had that play call in there, because if I have an actual fullback in there, now my linebackers are thinking, okay, this is going to be an off tackle, it's going to be an outside zone, inside zone. If I got Shakir at the fullback, I'm not worried about him.
No.
I'm not worried about him maybe coming out of the backfield and catching the pass. Okay, fine. But if you're trying to tip something off, or you're trying to confuse or mess with the eye discipline of the defense, that's not the play. That's not where you do it with Shakir there. No. That's not even a push play. He's not going to push down from behind that guy. Come on. No.
Yeah.
No.
They got too cute. They put their quarterback. If he wants to push it, that's a lot safer. Physically, even though you're going in there and getting jammed, at the end of the day, your guys are right there with you. When you had Josh in the shotgun with a yard to go, and he's got to run up and then pitch it back, which he had the sense not to do. You're asking your quarterback basically to get slammed face first down because he's turning around. The intention was for him to either option it back or just run it himself. He chose to option it back and decided to hold on to it. But he turned his back to the defense. He could have been slammed into the ground, busts his shoulder, busts his arm, and then we're screwed. At least with a tush push, he's moving forward. Yeah. That was just asinine to run that play.
Yeah. And I wonder, and I couldn't really tell, and you really can't tell on the film. You don't really know if you're on the field or you're, the coaches that have the play sheet. Were any of those play calls audible at the line of scrimmage? I couldn't tell. I can't remember.
The Knox one on third down where Allen, I think it was the first or second drive of the first half or the second half, where Knox got the pass and it was incomplete. I believe that was Allen audibling at the line of scrimmage at midfield, and they went 3 and out, or it was an incomplete pass, no, it wasn't an incomplete pass. He didn't go anywhere. The Ravens sniffed it out. So
I mean the 2 plays at the end.
Okay.
The 2 third and fourth down.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Not fourth down, but the third down play, or the second and third, where was there an audible? Was there I don't know. Anything into that. Why are you in the gun? Right. Why are you in the gun at that point in the field with the weather and everything that's going on? It's snowing heavier. It's sleet. It's not just snow. The ball is slick. It's heavy. A handoff could be, slick, right? Throw could slip out of your hand. There's all these things that you think about, but the biggest problem I had, Bill, with this whole thing is that situational football is handled Monday through Saturday, not Sunday.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel like they were ready for situational football. That's just my opinion.
Well, they did. They end up winning.
They do.
And a lot of people, a lot of prognosticators, like the guys in the, I think it was on CBS, I think most of them had it being a 1-point game with Buffalo winning. Well, and it came down to a 2-point game with Buffalo winning. Now we get back to the AFC Championship game. And again, it's Kansas City. And again, it's in Kansas City. What is the weather supposed to be like there this weekend? I haven't paid any attention.
Okay. I haven't looked yet.
All right. But it does seem like there's a lot of magic there. Don't forget they're going for something historic in 3 wins in a row.
Yeah.
But they have to get there. In order to do that.
There hasn't been a team that's gone to the Super Bowl 3 straight years last team was the Bills, right?
Yeah.
The Bills are the last team that's. Well, yeah, the Chiefs went to 3 straight. They didn't.
They went
or no, they
straight
didn't.
and they lost 1. No, I don't think they.
No, they didn't. You're right. See, yeah, nobody besides the Bills, nobody's gone to the Super Bowl. I think 3 straight years.
Okay, so this would be the first since the Bills, which is kind of ironic. Let that storyline play out.
So what do we? I mean, what are your feelings on this? Because there does seem to be some magic in Travis. I mean, how Travis Kelce always gets open. I'm watching that game and I go, what? How did this happen? And we hear a lot about the refs and the favorable. Okay, the game's fast.
There's funny memes,
huh?
It's funny memes you see of all that.
Yeah, you do.
Definitely, you feel like every time you turn on a Chiefs game, there's.
We do. I can say that. I didn't think he was hit at all on the helmet to helmet. I thought the 2 Texan players collided helmets over top him.
According to the letter of the law, it was a flaggable offense. But can we just apply some common sense here? Aikman, just kind of lost it, and that's when the memes really started coming out, like in the 3rd quarter. Yeah. People are like, "Okay, this is getting ridiculous," and the NFL's on notice about it. Does that mean it's going to change? I don't know. I'm not a blame the refs guy. Peter's not a blame the refs guy.
Yeah, you really can't. Because the other thing is try to be that guy in the moment. It did look like on TV. I think I went, oh, man, he's going to get the call. And then when they show it in slow motion, but I'm not seeing it in slow motion, and the ref isn't either.
No.
So,
just so you know, it's going to be a high of 39 and a high of 34, a low of 23. All day on Sunday. Partly, it won't be sunny tonight, but it's going to be sunny all day in Kansas City.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
it's really cold.
Yeah, but I mean, not.
Yeah, it's not like it was. Yeah, it's that
last weekend.
No.
Those conditions sound Josh Allen-ish. Do they not? I mean, yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, I feel like I've always said the Bills don't match up well with the Ravens. They match up well with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Talent for talent.
Yeah.
They match up better.
Well, that was the big joke.
They're not a smash mouth team, and they're never going to be. And they're not going to accept it on defense. They're not a stalwart defense that's going to stop, guys in 3 yards in a cloud of dust. They are an opportunistic defense. They're going to bend, but they have to force turnovers. If they're going to bend as much as they do, they have to force turnovers, and they did.
They did.
Putting a lot of pressure on your offense if you don't force turnovers.
Right. And I think even in the post game, was it Terrell Bernard who said we're just trying to help our quarterback?
Mm-hmm.
Give him. He does so much for us. We're trying to give back on our side of the ball.
Yeah, it's weird though. They have the weirdest stat where they're number 1 in the league, Peter, in takeaways, but they're number 30 in forcing punts. So that tells me the defense is somewhere in the middle. And that's. I mean, it's almost like McDermott wants them to play. They play this bend but don't break style, Billy, which means they try to keep everything in front of them. And if you make the offense, your opponent run enough plays, eventually they'll turn the ball over. And it's worked out for the Bills. On the flip side, though, you're asking your offense basically to do the same thing to keep the defense off the field.
Yes.
And that's like a contradiction in terms. Now, fortunately, Josh Allen this year has had the greatest season ever in protecting the football in terms of touches and turnovers. Like, it's the lowest percentage since the merger, which is ridiculous. But they actually turned, and I said this to Peter, and I don't know how Peter feels about it, but they actually turned Josh Allen into a bit of a game manager to protect the defense. And it's like, you got a gunslinger back there, man. I know you won the game, but holy cow, like, you actually shut your offense off in the second half.
Yeah.
It felt that way. I mean, it looked that way. I mean, there weren't any. It didn't seem there's much creativity. And it was the game plan to keep the offense off the field for the Ravens? Possibly. Did they work that to perfection? I don't want to say perfection, but the time of possession wasn't egregiously different between both teams. I mean, they did well with the clock. But again, to Danny's point, you get the best quarterback possibly in
maybe ever.
Possibly.
He's a dynastic quarterback. He's not just a franchise quarterback. He's a dynastic quarterback. Unfortunately, there's another dynastic quarterback. His name is Patrick Mahomes.
Well, I mean, this is sort of the matchup we like to see. I think, I keep seeing memes, all of America rooting for the
Everybody's
Bills
rooting for Buffalo
to keep the Kansas City Chiefs out of the Super Bowl. But I think that's a real possibility, Peter. I feel more optimistic about this game than I did the last game.
It's funny. 1994 or 1983, 94 game, it was the exact opposite. it was like everybody in the country except for Buffalo was rooting for the Chiefs.
For the Chiefs.
Right.
Montana game.
Montana.
It's Montana and Neil Smith and the whole thing. And now the tables have turned 30 plus years later.
Oh, Pete.
30 years later.
Pete, I have a story I've never told you about that game, too. My cousins did chase security for that game. They were in charge of the NFL Live team. Who was on the NFL Live team? It was Bob Costas, it was Mike Ditka, and O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson's best friend was Marcus Allen. Allen was playing for the Chiefs, and my cousin said he couldn't believe that O.J. was rooting for the Chiefs.
Wow.
This is 5 months before he killed his wife and Ron Goldman.
CTE.
We should have known then, Peter.
Clearly,
we should have known then.
Clearly, CTE.
He was rooting for Marcus Allen and the Chiefs. He wasn't rooting for the Bills.
Well, it wasn't his team.
4 straight Super Bowls. Eventually, you win, dude. OJ would be leading the parade in Buffalo if they won that Super Bowl.
Maybe not.
Maybe it would have changed his life. Maybe he wouldn't have killed his ex-wife.
I mean, Peter, are you feeling more? Are you feeling more optimistic about this game than last week?
You know what? I am.
Yeah, me too.
I am. I hate to be that. I am optimistic because the matchups. I think they draft to beat the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I think they don't draft to beat the Ravens. I think the Ravens are a byproduct of success. I think the Chiefs are the team to beat to get to the Super Bowl. Have been for the past however many years. You draft to beat the Chiefs.
Well,
I think they have the athletes on the defense that would run with the athletes on the Chiefs. Again, they're not smash mouth defense. They don't accept it that way. Baltimore will run it down your throat if they can, and they did. Everybody said they stopped Travis Henry. They didn't stop. In the first half they did, but he got going.
Well, it's so funny because before last week, everybody said the Chiefs' worst nightmare is the Bills worst nightmare is the Ravens, and the Ravens' worst nightmare was the Chiefs, right? So now you got the Bills and the Chiefs in Kansas City. And the funny thing is that last week, if you asked who the best players were on the field, the top 3 would be Henry 1, Justice Hill 2, and then maybe even Lamar. And that wasn't Allen's fault. He was handcuffed by his head coach, not his offensive coordinator, his head coach. And you go into this game and you watch it, and the reason the Bills won is because the MVP, we're presuming that Lamar Jackson's going to win the MVP. The MVP gave you the ball 3 times. And they're like, well, why didn't they run Derrick Henry more? It's like, oh, you have the MVP, and all of a sudden now you don't want the MVP to have the ball in his hands? Pick a lane, guys.
I don't think he's going to win the MVP.
Oh, I think he is because he won the All-Pro, and typically that precedes the MVP award.
I predict a co-MVP, unfortunately.
You think it's going to be a tie?
Yeah.
I think he's going to get the triple clowned.
I don't want a tie, but I think
I don't want a tie, and I would rather see Josh Allen in the Super Bowl and potentially the Super Bowl MVP before the league MVP.
I'll tell you what, it may be the kiss of death if Allen actually wins the award and the Bills are in the Super Bowl. It's like, oh no, because the MVP never wins the Super Bowl, other than twice in the last 20 years.
Well, maybe it'll be
right. The night before the game is when they announce it.
The Thursday now. They moved it to a Thursday. They wanted to keep it in prime time.
Yeah,
because Saturday night nobody's home.
That's true. That's true. I feel good about it, and I don't know. I mean, even Mahomes, wasn't he limping after last week? I'm more thinking.
Well, he's always like pretending to fake a seizure.
He's always that guy. He's always, I don't know. He's a conundrum as it is, but you got to hit him.
Yeah,
you got to hit him.
How about?
You got to hit him.
I know.
Even take a penalty.
Yeah.
I don't mean hurt him.
Yeah.
Just take a late hit. And I'm not saying to try to hurt him, but I'm sorry, that guy, when he gets hit, he gets round.
So that was John when John Thompson was the head coach of Georgetown, going up against, I forget what it was, Villanova or somebody.
That's basketball.
In college basketball, he said, I don't care if we foul them. I want you to block every shot they take. It'll get in their heads and they'll be afraid to shoot.
Yeah.
He goes, I don't care what you have. I don't care how many fouls we have at halftime. We need to get in their freaking heads. And if you get after him and hit him, the problem is, Peter, last year they couldn't get to him. They just never got to him. And I don't even think they got to him earlier this year, maybe a couple times.
And I'm saying even take the hit. Take the penalty. Hit him. Hit him late. I'm not saying hit him on the side and throw it just in the pocket if you can. Keep him in the pocket, but that's another big thing. Von Miller can't do these little things he did in the game on Sunday. He's doing a spin move on the inside. He's got no help on the outside, and then all of a sudden, you see Lamar run to the outside. He's got an open lane. He's got nothing to worry about in front of him. He's canvassing the field. These guys on the edge are so important to this defense on Sunday. Epinesa, Von Miller, whoever else is in there, need to make sure they're rushing outside in. Forget the spin move in the inside, unless you're running a stunt, and then you have outside someone else helping with outside containment. You can't go inside Mahomes. He's too good.
Right.
And once he gets to the edge, it's over if you don't have anybody supporting the edge on the other side if you're taking an inside route. So they got to be careful.
No, by the way, if you go back to like the 13 seconds game, there's only 3, 6, 9, 12, I think there's 15 guys who are on that team. Allen, Knox, Gilliam, Dawkins, Brown, Milano, Johnson. But here's the ones you want to keep an eye on, Peter. Oliver, Epinesa, and Rousseau. Why? Because they weren't there. Now you got pass rushers, hopefully. You got pass rushers.
You're going to they will spy Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Milano will be a spy. You got to, with Kelsey, I don't think he's as great as he used to be, but the guy gets open. So you got to have someone jamming him at the line or playing close to his hip pocket, and a lot of man coverage, right? But that's the issue too. If you play man coverage, then you have 5 defensive backs with their back to the quarterback, and that's when Mahomes takes off. So it's tough.
Before I ask you for a potential score of this game, I know on the other side of the league, the NFC side, your home is a Lions household, and I was surprised at that game.
I was incredibly stunned.
Yeah, I mean, I really was, and boy, Jalen really kept his cool. Like, if there was some real professionalism. I don't know if it's the 5th year in college or 6th year or whatever, how long he was there, but he's not playing like a rookie.
Jaden Daniels.
Well, it's also a testament to Dan Quinn and his coaching staff.
Sure.
The game plan, they prepared all week, gave him confidence to execute.
Yeah.
And they saw this happening. They visualized it. Like, guys, don't be surprised. You're going to put up 40 points this week. Or at least the offense put up 30-something points, and the defense had a pick 6. But when you see that start to come to fruition, then you're galvanized even more. So I think Dan Quinn, as another D3 guy, played D3. He played defensive end at Salisbury.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, Dan Quinn has done a hell of a job there.
Yes, he has.
I mean, he has done a hell of a job.
But Jerry wants him back.
I don't know.
Maybe he doesn't.
Jerry made a hire, didn't he?
Brian Schottenheimer. Can you believe that, Peter? Of course we can believe it.
Are you kidding me?
Brian Schottenheimer. Why don't you just bring back Chan Gailey at this point? Brian Schottenheimer couldn't keep an OC job.
Maybe he'll be great. Maybe he'll prove you wrong.
Oh, gosh. I mean, this is awful. Unless he's a placeholder for Belichick come June 2nd. I don't know if you saw Belichick's contract came out today. And it kind of revealed what we already knew, that before June 1st, the buyout's $12 million. So if Jerry wanted to hire him, he could pay $12 million now, or he could pay $1 million after June 1st. I don't think Jerry's going to do that.
One thing that Russ Brandon told me one time, that when you hear, and maybe I'm naive and I didn't know this when he told me this, but now I know, that when you see contracts out there and the ESPN says 5 years, 50 million, whatever it is, it's not the organization who's releasing that.
It's the agent.
Yeah.
It's always the agent.
It's the agent who releases all that.
Yeah.
I never knew that. I learned that 10, 15 years ago.
Well, it's a play. So, it's a play. It's a brag. It's also sending a message to my other clients. Look what I did for this guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
Got him a tip jar. Got him a new girlfriend. His kid's a coach.
But Detroit had a great year.
Sure they did.
The injuries were too much. They lost their best quarterback. Second play of the game, broke his arm. Friendly fire. You can't recover from that. And then Goff had a bad day. You can't turn the ball over. And that.
But then your top receiver can't be picked off either. I mean, Johnson pulled out every play out of his, and none of them worked. All those trick plays. It was just, and then Goff takes a hit on the interception he throws. He gets clobbered. They have to bring Teddy Bridgewater off a high school team to come play the. I'm like, what happened to Hendrickson? Or Hendon Hooker or whatever his name was. I thought they had
Tennessee. Yeah.
What happened to him? Did he disappear?
I don't know.
What do we think in the NFC Championship game? Because you have the Commanders and the Eagles, and I don't think the Eagles are much without Saquon.
No, you shut him down.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I don't feel like there is. I mean, they're the number 2 seed, and the Ravens almost won that game. It was over. Everybody's getting cocky, and then Stafford takes him down the field. Puka Nacua makes an unconscious catch on the sideline. Next thing you know, they're 10 yards away from winning the game.
Right.
And that's LA. And they're not an outdoor team and the whole thing. I don't know. I don't think the Eagles are as great. I mean, everybody's saying their defense can change the game and win the game for you. They're pretty good. The defense is pretty good, but I don't see the offense as a juggernaut without You shut down Saquon.
Yeah.
I don't think Hurts wins you that game. I don't think he wins the game.
I think Quinn could do that. Dan Quinn could do that. So the Eagles remind me of the show The Office, right? You got a bunch of talented salespeople, but you got a dumbass at head coach or office manager, Michael Scott.
Yeah.
Sirianni is Michael Scott. I used to think it was McDermott, but at least McDermott, appears to be buttoned up. Sirianni's not buttoned up at all. And I grew up in the same area as Sirianni. I know people who know him. He's basically like a Gronk who's a head coach. And man, he did some
guy, non-union guy.
Yeah, he went to Mount Union. He's a dumbass.
Well, he's yelling at fans. I mean, look, some of the things.
Jalen, when your quarterback has to calm you down and be the voice of reason, that's a problem.
I would think so.
Yeah, I think Washington reminds me of the Giants back in what was it when they went to beat the Cowboys the one year, which went to win the Super Bowl, and then they won the Super Bowl again as wild card. They remind me of the Giants those 2 years. Washington's dangerous. They are dangerous.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine a Bills-Washington rematch in the Super Bowl?
This is what it could be. This is exactly what I was thinking.
I'd be biting. I'd have no nails left leading up. Well, it doesn't matter who the Bills play. As long as they get there, I'll be a nervous wreck for 2 weeks.
If they win on Sunday night, it'll be the longest 2 weeks of my life.
You're going, Peter. You're probably going to the game.
No way. Too much money. Way too much.
Peter, too much money. You went to a Super Bowl with the Patriots. You're like, yeah, what? No big deal.
Inflation, Danny. Inflation.
Bidenomics. Right. I'm sorry.
Peter, what do you say as a score for Sunday AFC Championship game?
Yeah.
Your beloved Buffalo Bills against the vaunted Kansas City Chiefs.
38-34 Buffalo.
38-34.
Oh, wow.
Buffalo.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to pick because every time
Oh, come on.
Every time I pick the Bills to win, they lose.
Okay.
So should I pick the Kansas City Chiefs to win?
I don't know.
I don't know how to do
Now
that.
we can go there.
No. So I'm just going to let Peter do the pick. I'll let Peter
not gonna
do
just
I'm
pick?
not doing. I'm abstaining.
No pick. I'm going to say.
Yeah, God bless. That's good. Good for you.
I'm abstaining, Peter.
I like. I could see the Bills 42 and Kansas City 36.
I want to see an old-fashioned AFC shootout in the championship game.
This is what I think it could be.
Like a Kosar and Elway, or like when Mahomes and Burrow went back and forth a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Just let these two, as a football fan,
let them go.
Man, I just want to see an old Western shootout. As a Bills fan, I don't care how they get it done.
Yeah.
You know what was on today? I couldn't watch it. Was the NFL Network had on the 13-second game.
Oh.
And when that I can't watch it. It's like Super Bowl 25 to me. I can't watch that kickoff. I cannot look at it.
It's hard.
It's still.
And that was when I thought Gabe Davis was going to be something after that game.
The thing you have to remember about the 13 seconds game, Peter, is that the following week the Chiefs lost to the Bengals, and the following year the Bills lost to the Bengals in a earlier round.
Yeah.
There's no guarantee they would have gotten by Cincinnati, even at home.
No, there's no guarantee, but they would have had Cincinnati.
But
at home, yes, I know. But I thought
they had Cincinnati at home the following year.
They had a better.
I feel like it was a little bit of a different team.
They had a better team.
An asshole yet. You know, there was everything was clicking on all cylinders with that offense at that time, and the defense was a little. They were playing hard. They were playing well, but we'll never know, right?
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Well, I hope someone writes a book about 13 seconds one day.
Who?
Tyler Dunn will write the book.
About 13 seconds. You could with all.
Oh yeah, you could.
Tyler Dunn could just write a book about.
Well, we
13
need
seconds.
we need to know what was going on inside McDermott's head.
But like now that they've reconciled, I don't know if you know this. Tyler Dunn is actually reconciled with McDermott. He wrote a nice little article about him a couple weeks ago. He's been let back into the Bills' good graces. I don't think he's going to He's going to play that card until years later.
No.
If the only way you'll hear about
is he retracting?
Is he what?
Is he retracting what he said?
No, not at all. But basically, they sat down and they talked, and Tyler interviewed him, and they wouldn't credential Tyler Dunn for years, and now they've recredentialed him from TD go TD long or golongtd.com rather. Okay. But if the Bills win the Super Bowl, you'll never hear anything about the 13 seconds game again. If they don't win a Super Bowl, you're going to hear about 13 seconds as a chapter in the era of how the heck did this team not win a Super Bowl? The thing is, though, is that
that's what I worry about. I worry about Allen being the next Marino.
I worry about that, but that's not going to happen because Marino. Here's the thing about Marino. Marino got to 2 championship games.
Yeah, and he made nice isotoner money. He was fine. Don't worry about it.
I think Marino's one of the more overrated quarterbacks, Peter. I really do.
Oh wow, really?
I think I think the 2 greatest quarterbacks of all time, I can't count Unitas and Star. I didn't see them. I've heard stories and watched video of like Staubach and Bradshaw. But at the end of the day, the two greatest quarterbacks have to be Tom Brady 1 and John Elway 2. And the reason I give Elway the benefit of the doubt is if you look at those Broncos teams before they won Super Bowls, he was carrying a piano up the side of a building by himself, right? You mean to tell me that if you took and swapped Joe Montana and John Elway, that the 49ers aren't just winning 4 Super Bowls, they're winning more? Elway carried that Denver team. Who's the second best player in those Denver teams, Peter? You can't even name him. He had no stars. It was literally him. I'm describing your 2024 Buffalo Bills. That's why Josh Allen is John Elway.
All right.
That's fair.
It's all right.
That's right. It's funny, real quick on the Elway. It was on the other day. I love watching old games. I watch old games all the time. You realize just the way the game has changed in terms of clock management. You know how many time was on the clock in the drive?
For 4 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
3 minutes. Today, that's an eternity.
Oh, God.
That's like 4 possessions.
Yeah, it is.
Crazy. And then I saw I often think about this. Not often, but I think, Danny, I've asked you. In Super Bowl 25, there was 8 seconds left on third down. They didn't have timeouts.
Mm-hmm.
Could have run another play.
Yeah.
They could have run another play and got it closer, sideline route, whatever, with 2 seconds on the clock. Maybe 1. But it was third down with 8 seconds left. They could have run another play.
I think they kicked the field goal because it was third down, and if Reich had botched the snap, they would have covered it and kicked it again. That's why Levy wanted to kick it with 8 seconds. He didn't want to take a chance. Marv was very conservative. Like, Marv wasn't a good, like, this is going to sound bad. Marv wasn't an X's and O's guy. He was basically a CEO on the field that kept everybody in line and let his coaches coach and made sure that they didn't make any mistakes. Right? Because like Kansas City, he tried to run the wing T, and it was awful. That's why, but he let his coaches coach, and he was a CEO. He kept everybody in line and the egos in check, treat everybody like men. Unfortunately, when it came to Super Bowl week, they went out and partied. And it cost them. It caught up with them 4 times. But man, this
Can't
is
embrace that success till you actually get it.
This is going to be a fun game, man.
It will be fun.
And I already know what we're going to talk about one way or the other.
I can't wait.
Fire McDermott?
He ain't going anywhere.
Oh, okay.
But I'll say this.
I saw a face. I saw Peter's face.
I'll say this. If they lose this game and it's his fault, if I were the owner of this team, I'm calling Nick Saban up immediately and be like, dude, I need to win a Super Bowl. He's a guy who gets stuff done.
Or Belichick.
See, the thing about Belichick, though, is that now you have to turn everything over to Belichick, and then your franchise will never be the same. I mean, maybe. They're both in their 70s, but, like, I mean, maybe it is Belichick. But Belichick did not leave New England on great terms. I know.
I think McDermott gets it. I hope you enjoy the game and have a fantastic menu and just are smiling ear to ear when it's all done. That's my hope, Peter. That is my hope. And thank you for always coming in and breaking it down. And hopefully, Peter, we get at least.
Have me on next week, either commemorate or celebrate.
definitely that. But I was going to say, hopefully, we have a few more, not just one more.
We got to have Peter and Craig on at the same time.
Oh, God. Yeah. Somebody bring the tissues if they lose. It's going to be,
bring the floaties.
We're going to get floated. Yeah. Get your swimmies. All right. Peter, thank you.
All right, guys.
Thanks, Pete.
See you later.
All right, bye.
There he goes. Peter Montemurno. Pretty good. If you're looking for a fun place to watch the game, I would say BTB.
Mm-hmm.
Now, look, dry January, a lot of people doing it. They have a great mocktail menu. They also have NAs, but their happy hour is the longest. They're the most generous happy hour ever.
Yeah.
It begins at 11 o'clock in the morning every day and ends at 6 o'clock at night.
Happy hour never ends.
Yeah. But there'll be specials during the game. The food is fantastic. Everything from the burgers to the wood-fired pizzas, the shareables. They got steak. It's all right there.
Put it this way. You got a new stadium coming in?
Yeah.
You know, all those luxury boxes that they're going to build? You're going to get a luxury box experience of a Bills game at BTB.
Really, really good
You get all the great food. You get all the great drink specials. You get the songs played at halftime. And during, after the touchdowns. You get like Mr. Brightside playing. It's like being at the stadium in a luxury box. Get all the TVs. It really is a great place to watch any game, really.
Yeah, any game.
Unless you're a Cowboys fan.
It'll be packed. So I would suggest this. If you're on the fence, get off of it and make a reservation.
Yes.
Call BTB or go to btbroc.com and you can find all the number and information.
Well, last game, they had people showing up at 10 o'clock. Yeah. Like, showing up for brunch, and they stayed like the
right
whole
through.
time.
Right. Yeah. Lock it in.
Lock it in now.
Lock it in and lock it in. Danny, It's an exciting time, buddy. Woo! Yeah. Could be a good day, good week for Danny. Good 2 weeks coming up.
It could be.
Yeah.
We'll make up for this past week.
I'm sorry you had a bad week.
Wow, it's no big deal.
Boppity boopy. You're still in America, Danny.
That's right, still in America.
That's
I got
right.
a wife who loves me. I got people like you.
Yeah.
I got friends. I have Jesus. What do I have to worry about?
Absolutely nothing. For Dan Barillo, for Peter Montemurno, I'm Bill Moran. We'll see you Monday.
Up on the interstate. Seems they were looking for a Cadillac with Tennessee plates.